edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Don't jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up there. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm giving it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry coat is shield. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Liberty, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. 45, Mike, 45.
Manning now on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Check.
Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
Come on, set. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check the out. Check the out. Check the out.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
On 2nd and 12, Manning. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Manning. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Ready. 25. 52. I don't think you got it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
and he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Kareem Martin just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
You used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alec Ogletree, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants.
Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. This field goal, you always feel like you want to get in the... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
New York set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You got nothing with it.
To throw again. Manning. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. Escapes the defender. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
So after the INT, it's Manning. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 19 yards there on the catch and run. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun, it's Manning. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 59.
On fight.
Throwing again. Manning. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Freeman again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 12. Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Ryan to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background. Right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, 52, 52 the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Falcons.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game.
And Freeman lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Manning now on 1st down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's go. You tighten up. Check down 3 for Mike. Let's go.
To throw again. Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The throw over the middle taken in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Come on, baby.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Check. Ready. You ready? You got it.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Falcons have retaken the lead. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another yard that gets them into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the 2nd down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Even. 4 down. Even.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Grip that ball. 45. Mike, 45.
Working from the gun, Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 39, Manning will get this out to Barkley, complete. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Now he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Manning. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation...
And he is in! Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready. 60 out more.
59. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Watch the run. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons Jenkins get there for the sack. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. One final try now for Manning. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Boys, 58, Mike. I smell fear in that offense.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Better bring it. You better.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And some space here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him, because right now...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. You got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a give to Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
.43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
21.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 38, Garoppolo. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depend on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman taking it in. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, watch your leg.
A first down carry for Davis. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Tackle by D. Ford. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready? Check line 54. Line 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Eddie Jackson brought him down. A pickup of 2 yards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He got 29 yards that time.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped-up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here we go, here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And hear the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. But they occupied people. They're allowed to be no less than a one-on-one situation. Allows him to get home.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
That's trash.
Garoppolo now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return is Cohen. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bears. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come on. You better bring it.
Now it's Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This one taken from the 7th. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Well, the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On second down, it's Coleman. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I guarantee you, it's not very good.
That's right. Right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards through the air and a first down. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 31 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. 180. 65. Check three.
It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Watch the flat.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Get the ball.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Malcolm Smith, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. They give him a gain of 37. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck to Forrest Buckner.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because
and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Able to get there and pick it. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the pressure gets to him again. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Here we go. What do you need?
Defense, win shot.
Lock.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Taylor, a gain of 29 yards. First down, 49ers.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Well, now they'll try the end around. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Here we go. Wait, 80. Push him back.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Mike 54. You ain't got nothing.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.